Hey guys, Jake here, and today I'm here to talk about Forza Horizon, and as you can tell by the title, how its direction has changed. Now, most people will probably think that Horizon changed the most significantly from 1 to the later 3 installments. But I've actually analyzed this quite a bit, and a while back I realized it didn't just change a lot from 1 to 2, but it changed a lot from 1 and 2 versus 3 and 4, actually. And I think this is one of those things that you never really notice until someone else points it out, and then when someone else points it out, it's something that is so subtle that you don't notice at first, but it's very interesting, to me at least. I was on a call with my friend of mine, Jazz. Yes, that's how a lot of my videos start, I am aware. But we were talking about Forza Horizon 2, actually, and its intro. Now, I'm sure plenty of you remember this intro as being amazing, and it definitely was, but what specifically about this intro sparks this topic? It could come down to several different things, but the biggest thing here is that it is real footage. It is real life footage, but at the start of the game. And Forza Horizon 1 had this same exact kind of intro. Now, this entire video isn't about intros, but this does spark the topic. Horizon 1 and 2 used to be kind of based in or pretended that they were real life type things. They were grounded in reality. That's what changed from Horizon 1 and 2 to 3 and 4. And once you notice this, there are endless little differences that show this change of direction. If you notice in Horizon 1 and 2's intros, there are people everywhere. And I know in Horizon 1's trailer there's plenty of people as well. I think in Horizon 2 there might be too. But if you watch Horizon 3 and 4's trailers, there's no people to be seen. Even Horizon 3's and 4's trailers don't have a single shot of the Horizon Festival at all. Now, what does this mean? Well, not only that Forza Horizon got less focused on the festival as time went on, but Forza Horizon was a racer based around its festival, and that's what was kind of its premise. That was its unique point. It was an open world Forza that was based around a music festival because that stuff was popular at the time. Forza Horizon is now kind of a general open world arcade racer that says it's part of the Horizon Festival. That's how I see it, at least. Because this change in direction is not personally just a theory of mine, but I'm pretty damn sure that it's evident. This was obviously done on purpose. The difference in direction of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 are different in so many ways, like the ones I've talked about before, and plenty more that I'll be referring to. Now, what do I mean by Forza Horizon being somewhat kind of grounded in reality? Well, it's trying to be a game based around those kind of music festivals if they also had, cars and racing in them. Horizon 1, if you actually read on its Wikipedia page, was actually modeled closely with real music festivals such as Coachella. That's what I mean by grounded in reality, not meaning that it has simulation physics or realistic damage or anything like that, but simply the setting it's trying to be is something realistic. This has completely changed with Forza Horizon 3 and 4. I remember when the LEGO expansion came out, I was an avid defender of it actually, because I was a big LEGO person growing up, and I saw no problem with this. I loved the Hot Wheels expansion. I was fine with Forza doing unrealistic stuff. But I would see a lot of comments saying, why is this so ridiculous? Why is this in Forza Horizon and not in some other ridiculous franchise? And I'd always see people respond, Horizon was never a realistic game. You can go like 200 miles per hour in traffic and get no punishment and get celebrated for it. And yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But there's kind of a point to it being somewhat grounded in reality before. Horizon 1 and 2 had the music festival setting, and then you notice once they kind of dialed that down and they changed the direction in Horizon 3 and 4, we started getting these off-the-wall expansions. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the Hot Wheels expansion with all my freaking heart, but clearly this shows a direction change. And most people know about the direction change from Horizon 1 and onward, but not from Horizon 2 and onward. Horizon 1 is notable for having a better festival setting, or just more immersive festival setting, due to a variety of things, like it had a lot of music that was really popular at the time. The festival kind of followed you all the way through the map with the race tents and things like that. The festival was also at the center of the map, and it was kind of the main hub to do things. You couldn't just do anything anywhere before. And in Horizon 2, this philosophy actually followed for the most part. While the main festival wasn't as grand, of course, there were those outposts that followed you all throughout the map. In Horizon 3, as they changed direction, They tried to split up the festival into 4 small ones at the different corners of the map. It wasn't that great in my opinion. And in Horizon 4, they went back to the main center festival, which was better than Horizon 3's Outposts Plus kind of thing that all kind of looked the same. But Horizon 4, as it introduces houses, the festival does not follow you around the map at all. It's almost like the game isn't even Forza Horizon anymore. It's Forza Open World Arcade Racer. Now, while there's plenty of examples that you can name in Horizon 1 and 2 of the festival being more prominent and things like that, why did this change happen? I'm very confident that it is mostly on reviews and feedback and the critic reviews. Not just critic reviews, but many people who liked the Horizon games. Why did they like them? Whenever I see new players or reviews of the game that aren't from the inside racing game community, what people end up loving is the amount and variety of cars, the fact that you can go anywhere and do anything, and in general, how much freedom there is. I've read stories like, I remember us having so much fun on this game because we found this old barn find that was just like my dad's old car, and we got to drive it around, do all kinds of things in the game. It's stuff like that so many people like Horizon for. It's its freedom and variety. And that's what the game manages to get 8s and 9s on its reviews, despite having very slow multiplayer, not adding that many features, having very poor single player progression, and other issues. And to the mainstream audience, they don't really care about the festival setting. Forza Horizon created a class of arcade racer, which is the screw around sandbox. That's why when they kind of changed the direction to not fully drop the festival, but really make it less of a priority, really just kind of dial it down but still call the game Horizon, they started to go wild with their expansion packs. Because in a more realistic Horizon 1 or 2 setting, Hot Wheels or Lego would look extremely out of place. And if you're in the racing game or Forza community, you'll know that many people remember and love Horizon 1 because of its atmosphere and single player progression. Guess what is praised on all the Forza Horizon reviews? None of those things! Guess what is mentioned from new casual players that are coming in from Game Pass? None of those things! It's the freedom, the car variety, stuff like barn finds, stuff like the Eliminator. And that's actually the reason why I think we'll never get proper single player progression. Because part of the fun to so many players is getting a Lamborghini, Porsche, or Ferrari within the first hour of playing the game. I played with a friend of mine who's not super into racing games, but he enjoys Horizon 4, and he got a Porsche 911 GT2 RS within the first hour through a wheel spin. And while we, the core community, complain about the lack of single player progression and all these other issues, there's stuff that the general population either doesn't care about or actually benefits them. Many people love that you don't have to progress and grind to get cars. Forza Horizon's original praised strengths were its quality on an open world game. It's that Forza quality, that Forza driving model, that Forza car variety in an open world where you can do anything. So since people love that stuff so much, they took it and supercharged it. And at the same time, removed some of the stuff that could be seen as more niche that the core community likes, that wasn't hugely well liked with the main population. This is why lack of festival atmosphere, no single player progression, no fixed multiplayer issues of taking forever to get into a lobby, etc. Stuff like that doesn't take away its review points. Quite honestly, I think it should. I don't really think many review outlets do very well at reviewing racing games. I think you should still listen to them to get a good, different viewpoint than what you're used to. But the issue is that they're not rating all parts of a game really. Or maybe they're just rating it in a different way. Like I said, many people view getting a car super early as a good thing. Where Forza Horizon to us is something more like Horizon 1, to many other fans, Horizon is screwing around in a sandbox open world racer. And arguably, that's extremely true. Even that could be applied to Horizon 1. I just wish it was a bit of a better all-around game. And honestly, the sandbox stuff is great. I want the single player to be better. I want the atmosphere to be better. I want them to actually add some features that aren't just 2 cars per month. I wish they could try to find a balance between their core community and the casual players who like the game as well. But people haven't liked the single player progression in Forza Horizon for about 5 to 6 years now, so Oh, I kind of doubt they're going to listen to us by this point. And why is that? It's because Forza Horizon is a different kind of game than it used to be. Watch 1 and 2's trailer back to back versus 3 and 4's. It can even come down to the music. Listen to the music on 1 and 2. They're way more party-like and crazy. 3 and 4, on the other hand, are way more cinematic and epic. But they even changed the color tones of the game. Horizon 1 and 2 actually had these kind of color filters on them that made them look a bit more mesmerizing, I guess. It's kind of hard to nail that down. And then while 3 and 4 took off the filter and have tried to go for a more realistic look, more natural look, which is, I'd say, more popular with games nowadays. And that's not a bad thing. Like I said, I just wish there could be a better balance, because Horizon 1 was still reviewed so positively, and it had the stuff that so many of us loved at the same time. So, what do you guys think about Forza Horizon being more of a festival-focused, themed game, or a sandbox screw-around game? Which one do you prefer? Do you think there could possibly be a good mix of the two types? What do you think about the overall change in direction? I'm interested to see your guys' discussion in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later.